Hi, how you doing? This is Stephen from Ask One Mac Tech. In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a Deploy Studio NetBoot set. Before I do that, I just want to let you guys know that there's a new update, Deploy Studio 1.62. You can go ahead and download it right here. I downloaded it already and installed it, and I did come up with a dialog box, but we're going to bypass that because Monday morning I'm going to test it myself, because I don't know about you, but I've been having some problems with the new MacBooks coming in. When I hit the N key and you try to bring up runtime, it doesn't get to that. It goes to black screen, and I can't reimage my Macs, the new Macs coming in. So something to do with my recovery partition being outdated. So here it says recovery partition lookup when creating a Deploy Studio runtime boot system using the booted volume as source. It's black screen fix. So I'll give you guys an update Monday night if this is true, because I'm going to test it out. So anyways, I just want to let you know. So basically, we're going to create a Deploy Studio NetBoot set. So come down to your dock and click Deploy Studio Assistant, and select Create Deploy Studio NetBoot Set and hit Continue. I bypass all this and just hit Continue. You want to install it on the hard drive that you're going to use, boot volume, or you can select whatever one you want, but I'm just going to keep it here. System name, I'm going to rename it to Ask One Mac Tech. And basically, I mean, this is just for me personally at home, but if you work for an educational institution and you have multiple NetBoot sets or a server in a building, but you can't image it for somehow, because that's what happens to me, so you have to use an external drive. I just rename it. That's just me. You can leave it as default if you want, but I just rename it so I know that that I named it. Unique identifier, you can just leave it as that, or you can change it. Just change it to 5 or 6. I just leave it as default. The protocol, the NFS file, I just leave it as that. It allows files access through the network. Leave that protocol. If that doesn't work, just change it to HTTP. That has saved me in the past, because this protocol hasn't worked in the past. So with the new version out, it does. Language, current, just leave it as that. And networks, time server, just leave it as that. Hit continue. Now here, since I'm using an external drive, I'm just going to put my IP address. And you can do this on a mobile server using Deploy Studio when you go and imaging your Macs and stuff in different buildings. Just put your IP address in there. That's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go copy that and paste it in. Come here, and I'm just going to copy this. Command C to copy. And I'm going to select it here, and I'm going to highlight it, and I'm going to hit delete. I'm going to hit Command V to paste. Select this again. Delete, Command V to paste. Just keep it to connected to Pacific servers. Don't use Bonjour. And I leave everything else default. And continue. Now here, if you're using you have Deploy Studio installed on a server that doesn't go anywhere, you have a static IP. This is great to use, because when you hit the N key and runtime comes up, it'll automatically log in for you, and it'll save you some time, and then you can pick your images and start re-imaging. So that's what you would want to use this, because you just put in your username and password, boom, it'll just find it right off the bat. I don't use ARD, only on my laptop. I don't use this area, and I leave everything else default. Hit continue. Here I leave everything default. I like to change the picture. Let me show you real quick how you can do that. It's pretty easy. Let's go here to libraries, to desktop pictures, and I pick a picture here, Earth and Moon, and just drag it right in. And you got a different background, so sometimes people like to create their own backgrounds for Deploy Studio. Just hit continue, and here I'm going to create library /netboot /netboot SP0. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here. What you need to do is If you don't know this, just go into your hard drive, or if you want to put it, if your external drive, or you have a different drives on your Mac Pro or your iMac, wherever you install Deploy Studio, just you have to create these folders. Here on the boot drive, library is already created, of course, and what we're going to do is create another folder in there, and you're going to put your administrative password in there. And what we're going to do is type in netboot. Get that here, netboot. This is where the netboot set's going to be. And password in again. And then we're going to create another folder and call it netboot sp0. Netboot sp0. Okay, so that's created. So now we're going to just, what I do is I just highlight it, delete, and then I'm going to go click locate, and I'm going to go find those folders. Here we go. We're going to hit library, and then we're going to scroll down and find netboot, and then we're going to find netboot sp0, and hit open, and there you go. And now we're going to get a window saying that my partition is different. This is happening in the new version 1.6.2, I think it is. And so I'll verify if that works fine on Monday, and I'll give you guys an update on my channel here. So I'm going to hit continue and put my administrative password in, and there we go. So here's just what you're going to get if your recovery partition doesn't match. So I'm going to hit continue anyways, and I'll get back to you on that. So I'll be right back. It's going to take a little bit and show you how it's created. Guys, I'm back. It says Deploy Studio netboot set created. So I'm going to hit OK. And the next thing that I do is I come over here to the server. Usually I have it on already, but before this tutorial, I'm going to turn these services on. I'm going to turn on my file sharing, and I'm going to turn on net install. Oops, my bad. Before I turn on net install, it needs to know where it is, right? So basically, you got to go to here. Select net install, go to settings, and go to edit storage settings. Find the boot drive that you have your deploy netboot set at, and select images and client data, and click OK. And now turn it on. Wait for it to start up here. I'm going to click off this, and now boom, there we go. There it is. And usually I just set it as default if this is the only one. If you have multiple ones, but if you want to rename them, you don't have to, but I would, so you know which one you're going to use. And if not, if you're just going to use it on just a server that doesn't go anywhere, just select default and you're good to go, and have file sharing on and net install on. And this is how you set up Deploy Studio on external drive. So next, I am going to show you how to re-image. Crunch down an image, okay? Meaning you prepare a machine, and then I'm going to use Deploy Studio to create that image. And I'll show you the procedure on how to do all that.
Just dance and move your body.